Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever I am finding you today, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today, I'm just having a light-hearted video discussing my birthday. It was my birthday last week, so I had, a little week of spending time with the people and pets that I cared about and looking after myself. So, wow, that was a spike in volume. I spent the time looking after myself, so let's get into it, shall we? So, I'm not really going to say what day my birthday fell on. Basically, it was my birthday week, and throughout that week, I tried to make light of the situation. I love other people's birthdays, I love spoiling my friends, spoiling my family, but myself, not so much. So, I tried to make the best of it as I could, and I made myself a cake which is the background video for this. I can show the results if you'd like. Unfortunately, my cats tried to eat the cake as it was cooling, so I had to put it in the fridge a bit too soon. So the bottom was a little bit too moist, but it's fine. At least my cats didn't eat it. And yeah, that was really nice. I was very, very, very happy to receive a wonderful gift, which is handmade, underline handmade, and supporting a small business in South Africa, I believe. I will attach her details here and below so you can find her if you're interested. And I will show the finished product of the amazing, hello Snooky, of the amazing doll she made, a replica of Poppy from Poppy Playtime. I don't keep it a secret that I'm a huge Poppy Playtime fan. I collect every single plushie, all the figurines, I have a tattoo, I have merch. I have a bit of a problem. I even have like the law book and the games. A bit of an addiction, but it's okay. But yeah, it was amazing to receive like a handmade replica of Poppy. 'Cause I'm yet to see a Poppy doll from Playtime Co. Unfortunately, it's nothing against them. I love them so much. They're a great company. It's just hard to make like a. I'd love a porcelain doll, but having that shipped to the UK would be difficult. I'm going to add in the outfit of the day because I like this outfit. I've worn it quite a lot because it's one of my favorites, and I feel hot. This outfit makes me feel hot, and I feel like of all days, this was the day that I deserved to feel the most sexy. Another thing I was treated to was brunch. I'm not one for meals. I don't like breakfast and I don't like lunch. I usually just have one meal a day. It was nice to be able to have more than one meal. This isn't like a cry for help or anything, it's just I have a bad eating habit. I don't look after myself. This is not a cry for help. Like, trust me, I'm fine. But it was nice to be treated to brunch and have some coffee and some food and see the amazing staff at the place. I love them a lot. They're fantastic. Yeah. Plus, it was a really nice day, so I got to enjoy some sun, which I rarely do. I don't go outside enough to enjoy the sun. So it was really lovely to just soak up the vitamin D. It was nice to soak up the vitamin D whilst having some nice coffee and some brunch. I couldn't finish it all because, again, I don't usually eat breakfast or lunch, but it was fine. I guess now I'm just buying time because I want to make the video more than a few minutes long. Yeah, I didn't really do much this week. It was just looking after myself to make sure I didn't have a bad time or a bad day, especially with all the stuff going on in the world, like in America right now. They voted for riots because they didn't want to see a woman in power. Yeah, there's not really much that's happened. I probably should have really done an Am I the A-hole post video or reading something, but all I can really read is the filth on America's government right now. I did have a good time though. I couldn't do much because my birthday fell 2 days before my payday, so I had nothing in the bank. But that's because I spent it all on baby metal, and that's okay too. Um, live your life, girlies. Spoil yourselves. And have fun, I guess. I might read like an Am I the A-hole post or give you like a little petty story to like pad for time if you would like. I might do that. Okay, so to extend this video because it's more of like a update on my existence now that I've leveled up a year, let's get into a bonus. Am I overreacting? Which is cross-posted from relationship advice. I lied. It's just categorized as relationship. I misread that one. See, this is what happens when you don't prepare. Am I overreacting? My husband gave money to his ex every month. I bet you can see where this is going. Hi, I recently found out that my husband has been sending money every single month to another woman, somebody he used to be involved with in the past. An ex, if you would. When I confronted him about it, he swore up and down, but he didn't swear left and right, that he never had a physical or emotional affair while we were together. But what about a psychological affair? Or he insists he wasn't in love with anyone else and that there was no emotional tie. Previous months we had fights about how EH does not. Okay, one second. Previous months we had fights about EH does not show me love or care. About what he does. Okay, sorry, this person is also a little bad at grammar. There's a lot of like words that are backwards or letters that are missing. Not showing me love or care. Okay, about what he does, not showing me love or care. To me, I get the answer now that he was having an affair, although not physically because she's in a different country. Okay, he didn't say that, she's just jumping to that conclusion, which I understand. I'm just providing context. I feel having someone in your heart and sending money to the ex is still emotional commitment, and your heart/care goes there. That is why I feel unloved. Does he have a child with that woman? My husband admitted he sent her money, but he didn't have an affair with any woman. He was not physically or emotionally tied to any other woman while with me. Also, he was not in love with anyone else while with me. I think you've said that like 3 times already. And now because we had fights like this, he and I don't need to. Now we've had fights like this, he don't need to be with me as I keep searching for reasons to fight with him. I don't think I'm overreacting to feel betrayed. Even if it wasn't a physical affair, I can't see how this isn't at least an emotional betrayal. I feel like a secret relationship. It feels like a secret relationship. Even if he insists it was nothing, financial intimacy like that, especially kept hidden, crosses a major boundary for me. Am I wrong to see this as a form of cheating? Okay, it's not a form of cheating, but it is. Okay, it's not a form of cheating, but it is a breach of trust, which is the next thing she asks, or at least a serious breach of trust. Yes. How do you even begin to move forward from something like this? Okay, it is a breach of trust, but it's not cheating because why is he sending her money? Is she going to be homeless? Is she compromised in terms of health? Is there a kid involved? Is there a family ties that means that they're still connected in some way? Does he owe her money? There's another thing as well. It is a breach of trust that he didn't tell you, but it's not cheating if he's not lying about like, not doing anything. If he's telling you the truth that he hasn't done anything with her and he's just sending her money, then it's not cheating. He's just not being truthful about his finances. I don't know how long they've been dating. If they've only been dating a few months, I guess it doesn't matter about what he's doing with his money. But he still should say it's going to his ex. But again, it could be a personal reason, like, she's got health compromisations that are stopping her from working, or there's family ties, or there's a child. I know there are a lot of people in the dating scene who would be like, I have a child, but I don't want to tell you in case you break up with me. There's more context needed in this post. Because yes, while it is a breach of trust, I want to know why. Not overreacting, but also overreacting. Like, it's not cheating, but it also is a breach of trust. So yes, not overreacting, but yes, overreacting at the same time. I think you should just sit down with your husband. Sit down, not fight. Listen to each other. Don't talk over each other, and try and hear each other out. Try and get to the root cause of why he's sending money to her. If he says he's not in love with her, find out why he's sending money. Does he just care too much? Like, is he too empathetic to not send money and he's worried about her becoming homeless? Because that could be a reason. Like, I sent money to people who I didn't like because I didn't want them to be homeless or to starve. I did find out that they were just using me for money, and even still, I felt bad and I was like, okay, this will be the last time. It wasn't the last time. Just sit down and talk. Don't talk over each other. Take turns and listen. Don't like block it out and be like, whatever, whatever, whatever. I'm going to say what I want to say next. Be like, okay, I'm listening. I hear you. Here's my counterpoint. And respect it. Because talking is how you find the root cause. And the root cause is how you can work together to overcome it. Because what if there's a kid? What if she's compromised health wise and she can't work? What if he's paying for hospital bills? What if he's paying debt that he owes her? Because like if their ex is like if they're like an ex-wife and ex-husband, he could be paying off debts from the marriage. You never know. But yeah, talk to him, I guess. That's all I can say. I hope you enjoyed this little bonus. Am I overreacting? Because I didn't plan this video, I just realized that I hadn't put out a video in a few days, and I feel like I should give you some content. So, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for listening to me ramble. Um, Stay safe, my lovelies. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.